Solving one-step equations. So in this video, we're going to take a look at solving one-step equations. There's a couple things to remember when you're solving equations. One, an equation is like a balance, and remember what makes it an equation is the equal sign. So whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other. And of course, the goal in algebra, we want to solve for the variable. We want to isolate the variable, and we want to find out its value. So today we're going to take a look at some one-step equations. And one-step equations really easy to solve, and we call them one-step equations because it only takes one step to solve them. So here are four different types of one-step equations. The first one, we want to find out the value of m. We want to isolate it. So to isolate m, we need to get rid of the 6. We need to get rid of the constant 6. So since this is adding 6, we're going to do the inverse operation. We're going to subtract 6. Whatever you do to one side, you need to do it to the other. And 12 minus 6 is 6. M would be 6. And a real quick check, if I take the answer 6 and I substitute it in, 6 plus 6 is 12, so it checks. In the next example, we have m minus 4 is 8. So the inverse of subtraction is addition. We want to isolate the variable. So I'm going to add 4. That'll isolate the variable. I'm going to add 4 on the other side. M would have a value of 12. And again, you should always check these very quickly. We're just going to substitute 12 in. 12 minus 4 is 8, so that checks. In the next example, we have 3 times m equals 33. So remember, this is multiplication, 3 times m, and the opposite or the inverse of multiplication would be division. So we can divide by 3, divide by 3. M would have a value of 11. And let's just double check that. So is 3 times 11 33? Yes, it is, so that checks. Okay. Our last example on this page, we have m divided by 9 equals 10. Now there's actually a couple of different ways you could show your work on this one, but I think what I'm going to do here, since this is division, the inverse of division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply times 9. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other, so I'm going to multiply this side by 9. M would equal 90. M would have a value of 90. And just to double check that, I'm going to replace m with our answer of 90. Is 90 divided by 9 10? Yes. Okay. So let's just do a couple more examples here. This first one, we have addition. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. So to isolate the variable, we're going to get rid of the constant 5 by subtracting 5. M would have a value of 6. And to check that very quickly, substitute 6. Now these are really simple examples. They will get harder as the year goes on. So you want to make sure you have this process down. The next one also, I know this one's just a little different. The variable's on the right side of the equation. No big deal. We still want to get it by itself. We want to isolate it. So I'm going to subtract 9. The inverse of addition is subtraction. Subtract 9 here. H would have a value of 8. And we could double check that. Is 8 plus 9 17? Yes, it checks. In the next example, we have 3 times m equals 36. The inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide by 3. Divide by 3. M would have a value of 12. And let's double check it. Now, what your teachers may have you do, they may actually have you rewrite the equation over here in your check. Then they might have you substitute in your answer. So they may have you do the check this way. If not, you can always check them mentally. H minus 32 equals 16. I'm going to do the inverse operation here. and I'm going to add 32 on the other side. Whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other. H would have a value of 48, and I could check it really quickly. 48 minus 32 is 16. Perfect. Two more examples. So in this one we have subtraction. The inverse of subtraction is addition. So we've isolated our variable. We need to add 9 to the other side. And let's just double check that really quickly. Again, your teachers may have you rewrite the equation. They may have you substitute in your answer just to see if it checks. And the last one, we have W minus 4, 8 equals W minus 4. So the inverse of subtraction is addition. So we've isolated the variable. It's all by itself. We're going to add 4 to the other side, and 8 plus 4 is 12. And let's just double check it. So your teacher may have you write the original equation, and they may have you plug in. We have an answer. We have a value of 12 for W. Let's see if that's right. We're going to place the W with 12. And 12 minus 4 is 8. So it checks. 8 does equal 8. So those are really simple one-step equations. Just remember, whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other. And the ultimate goal is to isolate the variable so we can find its value.